So for me, like with all the stuff that's going on, I feel like, I mean, the song, well, I'll get to the music part first. The song was 3 years old, you know what I mean? And I forget, I can't remember the exact incident that made me record that, but it was a few incidents, you know what I mean? So it was like, all right, cool, I need to say something. And at the time, I was like, is this the right thing to do? You know what I mean? I was you know, fighting with myself to drop the record. So that's why it ended up being 3 years old. And then now when this happened, it was a lot of people being outspoken about it. So I was just like, you know, the puzzle's not full unless you say your piece. You know what I mean? So I just felt like I was a piece of the puzzle. I have a platform, I have a voice. And I was just like, you know, it's time to put it in the music, you know, and that was a reality for me. You know what I mean? That was just my situation. You know what I mean? Thankfully, like nothing happened, you know what I mean? But it was just a situation in my neighborhood that me and my homies, we were going through that type of shit every day. You know what I mean? It's like not nobody being, now with it on film and it being televised, you can open your phone, and kids that are 9 years old, 8 years old, they have phones as well. You know what I'm saying? And they dibble and dabble in certain things, even if it's parents putting locks on phones or doing whatever, they figure it out. You know what I mean? They see it, they hear us talk about it. When I was growing up, we didn't see this shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't on TV or nothing, so you might hear, like, of course, the Rodney King, the riots and all of that stuff, you hear about it, but we didn't see that, you know what I'm saying? Because it was just on TV, our parents knew about it, our parents educated us about it, and now it doesn't even need educated by our parents. It's just right there for everybody to see on the internet, you know what I mean? So as far as that goes, like, it's an unfortunate situation that people are dying behind this just to get a message across, you know what I mean? That's not like some usual shit that just goes on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Of course, you know, you have celebrities passing away and stuff like that, and with drugs and stuff like that, then you got the message of don't do drugs and don't do this and da-da-da-da-da, but people still see it, stuff on the internet. So that's what they're influenced by, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to give my message and my perspective of it, you know what I mean? And I was talking to the homies and they were just like, you know, it's time to say something about it and put the record out. Because I only put a clip up and it was only a verse, and I quoted a poem from Langston Hughes and at the end, and it was just, you know, we put it together and decided to put on the album just because it's going to be part of what's going on now. Maybe the first track, the opening track, the Since Birth, the title track. I think, you know, I listened to music with CDs and tapes and all types of shit, you know what I'm saying, from back in the day up till now on the internet where you get it, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, whatever. But I felt like when I did that record, I was like, this can be the start of the album. Meanwhile, I already had several other of the records already. You know what I mean? But I just didn't know start to finish. And then I wanted to, like, I had most of the in between. You know what I mean? So when I did Since Birth, I was like, damn, this reminds me of like Jay-Z, like Dynasty, like the intro to something. You know what I mean? I didn't know what it was. And then I was just like, all right, cool. Then I picked Alive, then I picked this record, then I picked that record, and things started to fall into place. And I was like, wow, the album is like forming itself once I start thinking about how to start it. You know what I mean? So when I got to like rapping, when I got the beat and I got to rapping, I was like, ooh, this is perfect. This is exactly, in my mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Jay-Z fan, and I was like, this is exactly how Jay-Z would start off. You know what I'm saying? His album, whatever. And then the Baby picture comes from Biggie Smalls and Lil Wayne and stuff like that. I feel like when you get to a certain status within yourself and you feel good, I feel like your album deserves a Baby picture. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do the Baby picture. And then on the back cover is my mom. So of course I had to, if it's Since Birth, the baby, my mom, the lady who birthed me. So it all comes together, and she's standing in front of my homeboy Sledren's grandma's house from back in the day. So it all ties in because Sledren, you know, that's my dog. He produced Gang With Us on the album. So, you know, it just all ties in. I just made sure that it meant something not just to me, and it meant something to everybody, especially my mom, to see herself, you know, on the back cover. No Drama and Flowers. Flowers is the record that I wish I didn't have to write. You know what I'm saying? Because it was more about, of course everybody heard the Nipsey lines and the Mac lines, and you know what I'm saying? So that's the record that I wish I didn't have to write, but it came out so well. But I still say in it, you know, I wish we had the homies around, you know what I'm saying? So it was like one of those records that I was like, damn, I'm gonna put this on the album, but I really didn't want to put it on the album. You know what I mean? Because it was like a real, like you said, it was a vulnerable record, and it was like how I felt about them. You know what I'm saying? Like those were friends of mine. Like fuck music. You feel me? Like I had conversations with them that was just friendship shit. Like you know what I'm saying? And every time I seen them, it was always love like that. You know what I'm saying? And Mac, of course, was always around. You know what I'm saying? Addy Labs and stuff like that. So you know what I'm saying? That was like one of the most emotional records that I ever written. And then No Drama was, you know, just touching on talking about the homies that, you know, not here right now, that I'm doing all of this shit and I can't like share it with them, but I know that they see what's going on, you know what I'm saying, and they smiling down. So it was like, you know, those records are the more vulnerable records, and records that I might have not did in the past before, or things that I haven't even said on mixtapes or anything.